That's wheels on wheels. Woo! I was born to flex. Yes. Diamonds on my neck. I like boarding jets. I like morning sex.
Okay, this is day one of my first theater tour vlog. I'm leaving my house, y'all. And I don't know about anybody else out there, but it's a little emotional for me because one of the most important people in my life, my #1 fan, my biggest support system, my everything, my all, I have to leave my mama. But one thing to remember out there, artists, when you're chasing a passion, when you're chasing your dream, for me, I try not to feed into the idea that it's a sacrifice. Sometimes when you're chasing your dream and your passion, it's a little bit bigger than you. Well, 9 times out of 10, I don't know if anybody's spiritual out there, but when God instills you with the gift, lays it on your heart, it's a little bit, it's bigger than you. And so me and my mom have this phrase that we always say whenever we have to, leave each other for a certain amount of time. It's all good to leave. Go get it and bring it back, whatever that it is for you. All right, I'll let y'all know when I get there. 6-hour drive, 4 hours of sleep. Y'all, why do we choose this life? Why do we choose this life? All right, here we go.
Oh, freedom over me. And before I'd be a slave, I'll be buried in my grave and go home to my Lord and be free.
The start of day 2 is starting with snow, y'all. Like, who could have predicted this? Craziness. I'm on my vlog right now, so don't think I'm crazy. Y'all, this is my partner, Aaron. Say hi. Right now we're on day 2 and we're going to get super familiar with our costume changes. So that should be really fun. Like I had told y'all on day 1, it's a total of 3 shows that we have to perform. Yeah, this car is a clunker, for real. They got us driving this minivan, but it ain't like, your modern 2018, I don't know cars like that, but like a Chrysler. Definitely ain't no range. Yeah, you see how hard they are? We're going to the left. No, I'll put in the address. But yeah, it's loading right now. A total of 3 shows that we have to perform, and he and I are the only cast members in each show. And so that doesn't just mean that there's 2 characters. There are multiple characters. That means that we are all 2 characters. Oh, we're all more than 2 characters. Keep going. Trail to Lower Fields, is this?
I'm afraid there's not going to be a way that's around.
Okay. So we're still in North Carolina, guys, but for me, Aaron's from the South, so he already know that this is just what civilization could look like over here. But I'm from the North, Jersey, and to me, I consider this like rural America. Everyone has come to North Carolina. This is their beautiful city called Asheville. And it just looks like we're the only ones on the road too. Thank God the snow kind of calmed down, because I don't know about y'all, but I don't mess with the snow. I don't drive in the snow. Aaron, you do so?
Find out, I suppose.
See, and that wasn't even that convincing. So, definitely don't mess with the snow. Because like I told y'all, it's a touring theater company. So we're on a touring contract. And we don't know what cities we're going to be going to, but we're based in North Carolina right now. So it could be as far out as New York, New Jersey, Kentucky. Somebody said Kansas last night, one of our housemates. But we'll sure find out, won't we? So we're gonna go make our way there because we're still a little ways away from the location you have to go to get fitted for costumes. I will check back in.
Hey guys,
so we made it to the location to do costumes. Right now I am about to try on the costume for Meet Harriet Tubman. I have a really awesome costume designer. Her name's Ida. You're gonna meet her in a little bit. Because that's the thing too, when you do vlogs and you're on a professional set, you're in a professional environment, you always, I'm gonna sit you guys down, so you want to always ask before you start whipping out a camera. I know it's 2019 and everybody is all consumed in social media, but we still need to remember to be conscientious around who we're around, especially when you're a professional. So you ask if it's okay to record, and if the answer is, the worst thing they can say is no, and that's okay because it's people's prerogative. But for me, I always ask because I put myself in their shoes. I'm not gonna just be like, don't put me on camera. But they said it's a-okay, and so you'll meet them in a little bit. I'll be back to try on this costume. I'll be back from trying on this costume, and we'll talk a little bit more. So this is the first look for Harriet Tubman. And again, I'll get some footage of the show so you guys will be able to see. But we are here doing costuming right now. That is our lovely director, Emily.
Hi.
And you guys met Erin already, getting all handsome and jazzed up.
Yeah.
And then I told you guys will meet Ida in a second when she comes out. But again, just keep in mind, whenever you're in a professional setting and you want to whip out your phone or something, because it is 2019 and it's a business, you're a brand, when you get to that point and that comfortability, you always ask permission. Not everybody does it, but it's a small world and people do talk. And always just be conscientious and courteous. How would you like to be treated? So I'm gonna stand by and wait for some more costume changes. So Ida, my hips are giving us a problem. These pants as well.
How that goes.
Okay.
So I have these to try on. Usually wear a size
14.
Those are 16. So
Okay.
I'm thinking I can easily take them in your tiny waist.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
And if those don't fit, these are too heavy. I don't want you to have to wear these.
Okay.
I mean,
I'm gonna try them for backup just in case.
just
so.
feel them.
Yeah.
Oh, feel how heavy.
Oh
they are.
yeah. We don't
So
have to
I'm gonna
manage
look for
stuff.
some more.
Okay. All right, guys. I'm gonna do another costume change, and I promised you that you'd meet Ida. Here is Ida, our costume designer.
Hello, everybody.
I told you guys it takes a village. You see us, but we don't do it by ourselves. And as you pay attention to, if any of you follow me on social media, you know that one of my traditions that I always do, regardless of what set I go to. Right now I'm doing theater, but mainly I do film and TV. Every set that I go to, no matter what, I make it my business to remember everyone's name. You give everyone an identity. And for me, I remember everyone's name because I understand how hard everybody works, and it just makes it that much more personal. And when you thank people, because it's more than just oh, thank you for doing that. No, thank you. So I always add the name across. It's just my own personal tradition that I do. So again, you've met everybody. I think that's all I'm gonna do for costumes, because we're on a tight schedule, and we're gonna do costume changes and run our performances, and I'm really not gonna have that much time to record. But I will hit you guys back up when I get back to my house so you can meet some of my housemates. I swear, I feel like real world, y'all. I feel like I'm on a reality show. But I'll catch you later, guys. Okay? Just finished doing a costume fitting at the location. It went pretty well in terms of things fit properly, and they look decent and whatnot. The only difficulty that I'm already foreseeing, and it might just be me because I tried to ask my partner about it, and he's like, no, everything's gonna be okay, is that I have over 12 costume changes for one show. I have 11 costume changes for a second show, and then the third show is pretty easy. It's just 2 costume changes. The 12 costumes and the 11 costumes, I am stage crew as well. I might need an assistant to just have for that particular show that we do. So depending on where we are when I get my schedule on the end of the week, the day I leave, is when I get my schedule. I don't know if you can tell by my face, but honey, that's be Simone, really. Either way, I might be foreseeing hopefully finding a free assistant, and if not, then I'll make it do what it do. But to make it easier, I mean, that's one less thing I have to worry about. And this is one thing that I was telling my partner. The reason the company doesn't supply at least one stage crew member is because they don't want to pay for it. You have to understand, it's the company first, the talent or the worker second. Always. That's capitalism. That's America, guys. And that's in any industry that you're in. Guessing I don't speak for the company. I am not, I am an employee of the company, but again, I'm not their speaker of them, and I'm not in any type of executive position, so I don't know their values or their missions as to how costuming and the reason they don't hire these people to come with us on the road. But my guess is that you don't want to pay for them, and that's good business. But as a talent, that makes my job a little bit harder. No one said it was going to be easy. I don't want it to be easy peasy, but I'd like to be a little bit comfortable. I'm in the supermarket right now because I got to pick up a few groceries for the week before we hit the road. So right now I'm in the supermarket called Ingles. Let me go find some food so I can go back home and jump right into some more scripts. I'll catch you guys up. This is how my day 2 is going. Hopefully you get to meet some of my housemates later. Thanks for listening.
So we're still on day 2. Right now I'm running some lines because like I told y'all earlier, I had a costume fitting, and tomorrow I have my first tech run, if you will. It's just me and my partner at the tech. We're the tech. But everybody, right now it's like 10:30 at night over here, and like all my housemates were all up, just cramming lines, working with each other, singing, all that good stuff. My partner's hilarious. That's how I didn't tell y'all. My partner Aaron, he's from Alabama. You gonna see him on the rest of the tour. We'll see it. But his Bama coming out, so now I'm like, yo, you my Bama boy. Like, I'm just call him that. What's so crazy though is like I'm not really having a difficulty retaining these lines. I'm coming into like a dilemma with this character I have to play. Like, y'all know theater is like supposed to be super over the top, super exaggerated, depending, you know, on the role or like the direction that your director's trying to go. And like my director wants me to be like a whole Miss Frizzle character from like Magic School Bus. Extra, like, wait till y'all see the costume. Like, she got like pink glasses, a crazy ass wig, but like I haven't done theater in 5 years, y'all. And for the camera, you don't really go super big unless it's like a blow up, and that's like an intentional choice where like your director's like directing you to make that choice to make it massive. But the camera picks up on every little thing. So with that being said, I have to go super big, which makes me feel uncomfortable because I'm not like used to doing that. And then 2, my characters I play in film, I'm not the happy-go-lucky. How's everybody doing today? What's going on? See, I just felt really awkward doing that. I'm a dramatic actor, so I'm somber, sad, curse you the fuck out, you know. I can't believe like you would do this to me. Are you serious? Type of thing. Crazy. I can't deal. But that's day 2 so far.
Hi guys, I'm popping in. Today is day 3. I just got out the shower. I'm about to head over to another rehearsal for one of these shows. Day 3 is not a good day for me. I don't have that much time right now to kind of elaborate on it, but I'm feeling very incapable. I'm feeling my stomach hurts. But anyway, really tapping into my insecurities. God, just feels like I can't do it. Learning lesson from all of this is just everything's not what it seems, and everything that's worthwhile is not easy, but it's always not gonna look pretty either. I just spent my whole time in the shower crying. But don't give up. My hand is shaking, Jesus. Don't give up. You keep going and you focus on the present moment. Feel your feels. That's one thing that I regret not doing in the past, but you have to feel them or you'll start placing them in other places and they'll manifest into something that you don't even recognize, like choking on stage or saying completely different words. Feel the feels. Take it one moment at a time, one page at a time, one line at a time, one goal at a time. I'm gonna check back in with you guys after this rehearsal and let you know how it all went. And I'll probably explain a little bit more as to where this is coming from. Thank you for following along. Stay blessed, stay purposeful, stay intentional, and go after what you want as long as you're not causing harm or hurting yourself. Okay? Just got out of that rehearsal that I was telling y'all about, I got my ass handed to me. Now, I always like to say I take direction well, because I do, but criticism, that's my weak spot. You feel me? I don't, you know, it's kind of one of those things when somebody tell you what you can't do, you be like, oh yeah? Type of thing. And it's not that my director came off as if I can. She's like, yo, you're more than capable of doing this. What the hell happened? Because you did this wrong, you did this wrong, you did it. You know, when you just pumped up with negativity, you be like, you know what I'm saying? Like, ooh. And as if everything is your entire fault. And I like to look at things with context. I like to look at things with big pictures. And that's kind of something she did not take into consideration as far as like the role that this company played into where I am right now. And I'm not placing blame on anyone. There's blame both sides. And I hate to even quote somebody like that, because know this, not a supporter at all. However, in this case and in this instance, there was a responsibility that I lacked on, but there was also a responsibility that the company lacked on as well. Y'all, this the ugly part. You know what I'm saying? This the shit you don't see. And this is the reason why I did this vlog. I wish I could have had it on record. I wish I would have seen me get my ass handed to me so you can see how you handle it as a professional. You don't talk back. You don't have an answer for everything. Even though if you have the fucking answer, you keep it in your head. You listen, you take that into consideration, and you accept where you are now, because you can't take it back, but you can't go back to shoulda, coulda, woulda. That's just how I was raised. Don't dwell. You are where you are. My mom always say take 5 minutes, and then you keep it pushing, and you propel for the next moment. You're going to feel guilty. You're going to feel some type of way. You may even feel some type of way about yourself. You may even feel incapable and insecure. However, I don't know about y'all, but I'm a child of God. And it ain't nothing that he do on purpose. There's nothing he does on accident. Everything is purposeful. Everything is intentional. That's what I need to hold on to. I've been allotted a couple more hours than what they intended to have, which is they made it seem like it wasn't. Oh yeah, I guess we're gonna have to give this to you. I should have been got this out. I should have been got this time. You know what I'm saying? But again, that was then. This is now. This is what I'm talking about. Y'all sure you want to let us slide? You want to let us slide? Because that's what it is. But I need this experience, and I need to tap into these certain things about my personality and about my process as well of doing character work. Again, I haven't been in theater in 5 years. I hadn't have any idea it was gonna feel like this. Maybe that's why I didn't like theater so much. And then on top of that, this isn't your regular theater. This is children's theater, and so super peppy, upbeat. How you doing? Hey. I don't play those characters. I don't know if y'all seen any of my stuff, and if you haven't, feel free to check out the rest of my YouTube channel, and you kind of see the monologues I'm attracted to, some of the movies that I've actually been, you know, cast in and as my type. I'm not that. No, and I get souped. I ain't no depressed human being, you know, but, and I don't prefer to perform for children. I prefer to perform for young adults. People who already, you know, you trying to figure out who you are. Nah, I don't care. Like kids, like, I don't know who I am, and I don't care. I'm just here. Nah. Substance work. I don't know if y'all seen Kerry Washington's American Son. Stuff like that. August Wilson shit. Stuff like that. Lorraine Hansberry. Come on, somebody. Okay? But, again, y'all will see the footage after this show. I'm gonna make sure I record one of these shows so you know exactly the context and the point of reference I'm referring to. This is day 3. I'll talk to y'all before I go to sleep, if I do.
That took some training, I tell you. That's the truth right there.
Myrtle is a naturally violent person.
I wasn't saying that, Horace.
She thinks she's a black belt in karate.
I'm not wearing any black belt. Anyway, don't get yourself all tangled up in Horace's story. He can go on and on forever about nothing.
I really can't believe I vowed to myself that I would do this vlog, because I didn't realize how busted I would look most of these times on this vlog. But I mean, hey, it's for you. It's not about me and how I look. It's not about that at all. I'm hopping back in because it is like 2 o'clock in the morning, and those lines I was talking about from earlier that the play that I was talking about, that they gave me a little bit more hours to be able to prepare myself. That's what I'm doing right now, and it's going pretty okay. You know, I'm definitely in a better place than I was earlier today, line-wise, content-wise, and emotionally as well. I'm really trying to go to sleep by 5 o'clock. Me and my partner, he's asleep right now. Yeah, let's go to sleep, y'all. But he and I are going to rehearse in the morning before we do our 2 rehearsal runs for the company to make sure that it's good to go on the road. No pressure. Get it done. That's what I tell myself in my head. I never told y'all, I always wanted dimples. Like, I really did. I had this friend in middle school. And if she's watching, she's gonna know exactly who she is. And we used to both want dimples so bad. We used to be like pressing like our cheeks. It was like, she knows who she is. If you're watching, I miss you so much, Red. But my brain wants to shut off. Like, you have to do this. And again, I'm not trying to make it in theater. Know that my specialty is film and television. However, theater really equips and prepares you. I get what they're talking about now. I feel like I'm an actor's boot camp. The drilling of these lines. I kind of implemented some character work before I got here for tour, from like my process and my characterization that I do from film. But I get it. The memorization. My brain is working, and it just feels like that. I don't really have a word for it, but you're prepared for one take. Like, you can't like you pause, say down, yeah, you can't. And I get it. And so I'm grateful for this opportunity. I'm grateful for what it's teaching me, what it's tapping into, what it's allowing me to kind of mold and continue to foster so I can hone it. But damn, I cannot wait till I get a wrap on this, y'all. This will be the last thing that I record tonight before day 4. I'm gonna get through this. Like I said, it's 2 o'clock, or it's like 2:30 now. I'm gonna keep going at this until 5. Going to sleep, do the run with my partner before we go over to do the runs for the company. I'll let y'all know how day 4 go, but I'm feeling a little bit better about it. And if I don't got it, you gotta recover. Just recover. I'm gonna kind of break down a little bit of the process too, at some point, because I had to reevaluate my situation. And if I hadn't had my ass handed to me today, my mom made a very good point to me. Love my mama. Y'all will see her one of these days. And actually, you don't have to see her one of these days. Google her, Kashanti Marche. That's Kashinda. She is a published author, and she is the CEO of a social service company that helps. It's called Creative on Purpose. I sit on the executive board as well. This is a little mini plug. What we do is we actually help you discover yourself creatively. And so kind of motivation, encouragement, and social service organization. So we provide, with financial assistance, resource, connection, all that great stuff. Definitely check us out. Check her out. But anyway, like my mom said, the whole point was like my mom said, like, damn, I forgot the point. Wow. Anyway, it's day 3. I'll probably put the process. That's what it was. Like my mom said to me earlier today, you had to have your ass handed to you to figure out what you were doing wrong or what you needed to correct. You needed that challenge to get you to where you are right now. I wouldn't have known I needed to flex my process hadn't I had my ass handed to me today. Embarrassing, yes. Insecure, yes. Disappointed in myself, yes. Crying, yes. I'm about to buy this shit tomorrow. About to. You feel me? But it just sucks to have to drill. It sucks to drill, and I'm tired. My brain want to shut off, but I gotta get through these pages before I go to sleep. Got to. At least once. I'll catch you on day 4, y'all. So today has been a really hectic day for day 4. All day. I didn't even have time to call my mom today, y'all. And I'm just realizing that now. I didn't even vlog, because I couldn't. been running, drilling, doing these exercise, group meetings, I should say, not really exercises. We did have an epic public speaker come in though, who was friends with the King family, Dr. King that is, and it was just so epic to meet someone who was from that time period, and he talked about the sittings that he and his people did here in Asheville, North Carolina, so that was pretty dope. I'll probably talk about more on it, but it's 3:30 in the morning. I need to get back up at 6 so I can hit a script that I've been having a lot of difficulties with, and I'm hanging in there, y'all. I'm gonna tell you that I'm hanging in there. Getting closer and closer to going on the road. Friday, today's Wednesday. It's my favorite day of the week. You know that. However, this was a very short vlog, I know, for day 4, but in the meantime, if you have any questions or you have any comments, feel free to leave them below. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, because again, I will be a lot more active in 2019 for my YouTube than I have been. And follow me on my Instagram, Asia3A7N__08, or you can find it in the description box, because I'll be sure to put it in there. Stay encouraged, stay blessed, and no matter what your situation is right now, positive or negative, you're amazing. Go after what you want. And I'm gonna look at you right now and tell you, if you haven't heard it or if you haven't heard it enough, you are enough. Let that sink in. Day 4, baby. My first tour ever.
See? I told you she won't.
Focus.
Well,
say hi, guys.
I'm kind of psychotic right now. You might not want to record.
Hi. Hi.
Where them accents at though?
What accents you want?
Shit.
Ratchet, like ratchet shit, like you came in here, you gonna get on. I went straight up from cheerleader. I took a shower.
Why he sound like that girl, Bad Baby from Dr. Phil?
Irritating.
Talking about Scottish. You go to Scotland, or you can go to Great Britain, or you can go to the Cockney, or you can go
Germany.
You want to go to the Germans, where they love all kinds of schnitzels and beers.
What's your last name?
My last. Don't say Hitler.
Wait, you said what?
You said don't say Hitler.
With y'all.
You imagine she said that?
Definitely
That's
day
it.
5. Now I have to like leave all the fun stuff and go into running some lines. I'm gonna like definitely come back before I'm done so I can kind of explain to you guys a little bit of what happened yesterday for day 4. I kind of just popped in and popped out. It's a reason for that. And it's about 10 o'clock at night today. Those are my housemates. All of us are doing 3 shows each for own personal tours. Each tour is comprised of 2 cast members, but we all share a house together, and we literally feel like we're on a reality show. And we just clicked so fast. Like, I love meeting other artists and, you know, just being around different people. Get out of your bubbles, you know what I'm saying? Get out of your bubbles, get out of communities. A couple people in there, like you saw one of my guys in there doing accents. Another girl in there, she's just a dancer. What's another one in there? Some of them do musical theater. Another one does dialects as well. It's just epic. It's deep. But I'll be checking back in. Like I said, I gotta dedicate some time to one of these scripts with my partner. We will be back soon. Stay blessed, stay great. Day 5 is definitely coming to an end. I don't know how many 3 AM nights I can take. I mean, you gotta be prepared though, right? You gotta be prepared. This has been a life-changing week of rehearsals. And I just can't believe it. I have learned so much through my challenges, which I still haven't even like talked about. Guys, I'm gonna break it down for you. Definitely gonna break it down for you. I was really struggling on this one particular show for numerous reasons. The writing was very iffy, you know, in my personal opinion. I just feel like the scripts weren't written for performance. They were just like written as if you were reading. And so that kind of bothered me. But then also, just as an actor, you know, my responsibility, I also, when I received the scripts before even coming to this week of rehearsal, prior to going out on the tour to the cities at the venues, I didn't spend that much time on the script because I figured that there's less characters that I have to play. It shouldn't be that difficult to, you know, get it in my instrument. Boy, was I wrong. The structure of that show was just like very one woman-esque. The show is Meet Harriet Tubman, and it takes you literally from birth to death. And I don't leave the stage ever. And so the recovery time, my brain wasn't really getting the timeline of everything. And then, like I said, the writing of it, there was no transitions to kind of help me. And even for like film and TV, I don't really drill because like I do such heavy and descriptive and character building, you know, the words just come. And that's part of building a character when you do film or TV. But also the pace of television is a lot quicker. So again, I'm a spiritual person and everything happens for a reason. So the pace, this experience this week, it just felt like an actor's boot camp, kind of helped my pace, my urgency, my rigor to absorb information in such a short amount of time. I'm here for it, and you should be here for it too. You're watching this video for a reason. If you've connected with me, or you feel the need to connect with me, or you've been following along my journey, that's for a reason. Sometimes the details matter, but sometimes it's that bigger picture. And so often, in the business of entertainment, regardless of what hat you wear, actor, director, producer, editor, production assistant, costume department, audio, music composition, writer, showrunner, regardless, we gotta look for that big picture because sometimes it be looking real faint. When you're among other creatives, I think that's also what gives you the drive. Like, I'm in a house full of awesome actors. The work ethics are amazing, and it's just inspiring to push and stay up late and be on that level. You know, they do this. Like, the people in this house, they're not coming from theater. I mean, they're not returning back to theater after 5 years like I am. And they build me up, and they remind me, like, no, sis, queen, you're here for a reason. You could do this. Like, you got it. Check some of these strategies out. Let's talk it out. Let's run together. Don't feel like you have to do stuff on your own. Get out of your own way. Like my Uncle Tyrese. I call him my uncle because he's my uncle in my head. Get out of your own way. That's one of my biggest things I had to learn in this business. Get out of your own way. Alright, I'm done because obviously, I have an early call time tomorrow. Stay purposeful, be intentional. This is your year. Alright, bye. Alright, y'all, it's day 6. I know it looks super dark where I am, but it's because, oh my god, I'm tired. Okay, that's not why it's super dark. It's because it's really early in the morning, and we have to be at the studio, the stage studio, to rehearse by 8 o'clock. And look how dark it is. And where we are, it's like super rainy and shit. But kind of reminds me of most of the time that's what your time sometimes really be for, like call times, for like actual sets, for film and TV. Gotta go. I'll check back in with you later because Aaron doesn't know what he's doing.
take the exit.
Hi everybody, it's day 6 and I am just coming off of a emotional breakdown, and I just had to call one of my biggest supporters of my support system, my mom, because I was going over this final script for this show, for this tour. And this particular show talks about heroes of the Underground Railroad, but it starts with just facts going back and forth between me and my scene partner about freedom in the beginning and defining what it is, and then it moves towards the definition of slavery. And then I hit a moment in the script, and it's very monotone, the way that I'm just general, the way that I'm reading it, no really type of like, oh, like dramatics. And all of a sudden, when I hit this moment in the script where I say slavery ended 150 years ago, a lot of emotion wells up inside of me. And I was finding it, I started crying. And I found it difficult to keep going through, so I had to roles of substance and stories that move, provoke, and do this kind of stuff to people. But I didn't think that it would get in the way of my art and my craft. I don't have time for this. So I took a few deep breaths as I'm doing that, because it's even difficult talking to you, but it's calming me down a little bit. I took a few deep breaths. No time for that. It's a business, and they don't have time to deal with this. And to be honest, neither do I. All the other scripts are very upbeat, high energy. And something just went terribly wrong just now. So I'm going to take this energy and I'm going to focus it into something. So if there's anything that you can learn from this message, it is that when you come across certain roles, or if you're at in certain moments in your life and something just hits you, try not to stay away from it, because I think that's what I was trying to do as I kept trying to go through it before I caught somebody, because I even called my director like, you got a second to talk, because he just wouldn't stop. But you out there that's listening and that's watching, if you're in a situation, and I think I said this the other day when I was talking to you guys, we got to go through these moments and we can't shy away from it. I have a degree in psychology and criminal justice, and part of my psychological training is a debriefing moment after all of the intake of traumatizing experiences. We debrief for a reason. And when we're also counseling others, there's a reason why we tell them, no, what was that thought you were going with? Don't run away from it and just talk it through, work it through, cry it through, yell it through. That's a technique for reasons. Trying, y'all. I'll keep you posted on how this performance goes. Stay the course. Stay the course.
Celebrate the end of his time as king.
Oh, great king. This is a wonderful party. It seems like all of the people, all of the animals from around the kingdom have come to celebrate.
I told you it was sad. It really is.
Thank you. I sent my messengers to the four corners of the forest. I do indeed hope that every animal, far and wide, didn't come to celebrate. But I actually...
So it's day 7 after we hit the road, super early in the morning. Literally had to pack last night. We had like a little mini party with some drinks and some games. In the midst of me trying to study all of this stuff that I just really feel like we all, which we can all agree in the house, did not have enough time for. But let this company tell it, we did. But that's no here, no there. Just did our rehearsal and I paraphrased pretty much the whole entire thing. She wasn't satisfied, but do what you can. And it's just one of those things. But I will definitely keep you posted on how it goes when I'm done. About to run some more lines because it's never ending. Technically, you really never have 24 hours in a day. You should watch that interview with Dick Gregory that talks about time in a day and all things that human beings have to do and what time do you really have, how much time do you really have left to do things. So on that note, I will talk to you guys in a couple hours. We are about to hit the road. Bittersweet situation. Just got finished going over books, expenses, hotels, all that good stuff. Yeah.
We've got 2 more after this.
2 more? Alright. I didn't catch it. Say it again, I didn't catch it.
It's okay, boy.
This stupid charger. So this is day 7. I'm in my hotel room. And like, I know earlier I said I was gonna be able to do some footage with my housemates. We were having such a great time. I actually didn't have a chance to turn on the camera. But if you see the other days, you guys had a chance to kind of briefly meet them all. But I know I was feeling like rocky in the morning. So about that performance, that last rehearsal, I don't know. Well, I kind of do know why I'm having such a difficulty with that particular show. Mainly, it's because one, I don't like the content because I don't agree with it for reasons of my own. And to be an artist and kind of perform in a character that you don't believe in it, I know you're not supposed to judge the characters, and I'm not really judging the characters, it's the content. I'm judging the facts of the show, so to speak, on history, our story. But that's no here, no there, because this vlog is not a political vlog. And I don't want to go too deep in that. Stay tuned for my documentary that I will have coming out at the end of 2019, the end of this year, early 2020. But anyway, I was just feeling really bummed because I feel like I'm giving my all, and it's just not good enough, and that's exactly what happened in that rehearsal, which kind of puts another level of anxiety, I guess, because now the tour has officially begun. My first show, we're done with rehearsal week. This was the last day, and so that's hence we're in our hotel rooms now. Our first stop is Ohio. I've never been to Ohio before. I'm really excited, but super stressed. It just puts a whole nother stress on me. I know y'all hear purple. Random, like my face is breaking out from all the stress and everything, and so to have to be verbatim on a script that I was told to paraphrase, it just puts an extra level of stress on me, knowing that now I'm about to go into shows and I have to worry about still developing another show, and I have to prove, my partner, I have to prove its worth to the company over Skype. That's just like crazy. I'm like exhausted, y'all. I'm literally running like an hour off of sleep for that freaking script. Like, I got 1 hour of sleep for that, and I think I was killing those monologues. But anyway, whatever. Like my Uncle Denzel say, okay? Fall down 7, get up 8. While I'm falling down, but I'm gonna keep getting back up, because that's what it's about. And I'm gonna push through, and I'm gonna enjoy this experience, and I'm gonna enjoy traveling, the good, bad, and the ugly, because it didn't have to be, and I'm just so grateful. Like y'all know, I'm a believer. So grateful for this experience. I got my schedule. which I'm really excited about. I need to put up a flyer to post it. I'm going to Ohio, I'm going to Kentucky, I'm going to South Carolina, Charleston, South Carolina at that. And there's like a monument there that I have to see. Can't wait to vlog that stuff. But Jersey, my hometown. Where else? Virginia, New York, upstate New York, Georgia, Georgia. Comment below if you know where that's from. But yeah, so I'm excited, nervous, overwhelmed, and all that good stuff. And I'm like really tired, and I'm really hungry, but I don't feel like getting up. And I ain't got no money to just order food and just be like that. Yeah. But gotta get up early in the morning because we gotta make our way towards Ohio for the first show. Because right now I'm in Virginia to sleep for the night. And then I gotta look up how far Ohio is from here. Thanks for following this journey, everybody. I hope you're learning things. Please comment below if it's helpful. And also just comment, leaving feedback, like what things would you like me to, discuss? What things would you like, questions would you like answered? What things would you like shown to you? Like I said, it's just an epic experience, and I'm really just growing as an artist, and I can appreciate the opportunity from the company because of that. But I just don't agree with a lot of things, which I'm not going to go into because it's not really about that. It's about the art. It's about the transparency on my life, darling. So I can help you all out there realize your greatest potential. It's a thing. But anyway, day 7.
Straight girl, you don't need a nigga for nothing. Looking better every day, you got that Benjamin Button. Claiming he don't got a girl.